So, I'd like to say a couple things about all of these recent protests that have not turned out so great. Um, I just got off the phone with my grandmother, who's in her 60s, so she's definitely experienced a lot. Um, and it's a great conversation. I mean, she's just pretty upset about the things that are going on in Baltimore. I know that the past 3 years have been pretty crazy as far as interaction with police. And people have protested peacefully and people have protested violently. And my thought on that is, how does that change anything? How does that fix the community? How does that fix the corrupt police? The corrupt ones, not the ones that do well, that do good by our citizens, but the corrupt ones. Or those that react because they're a human being. How does going into your community, breaking windows, robbing people, trying to snatch things from people that are just passing by, or throwing cones into windows, breaking people's windows on their cars, looting, like burning places down, what does that do for you? How does that fix anything? How does that make anything better? I don't believe it does. That actually hurts your community, which is supposed to be your home. So if when bad things happen, you tear up your home, I'm not quite sure you're on the right page of life. Because that's ignorant. That's ignorant. What you should be doing is educating yourself. Because in the past, when there was lawless racism, lawless things happening, they depended on education to change things. My grandmother's generation depended on education to change things. Being violent, that might change a minuscule amount, but it's not going to change drastic things. Violence is just going to make things worse. Burning people's businesses down will just hurt the economy even more. Because somebody's got to pay for it. You might not, but that business owner will, the insurance company will, or maybe they won't. Just depends on what they have going on. And if you can't be considerate to think about how your actions hurt people, then you probably have a problem. You need to educate yourself. Take it to court. I mean, how do you think segregation ended? Going to court and fighting for it with education. Not going outside, burning stuff down, and thinking that that's going to make something better. Because it's not. I just really want people to educate themselves. Because for me, as a young man, a young black man, my parents taught me that education is probably my best weapon. Not my hands, not my feet, not my muscles, but education is probably my best weapon. And honestly, that's everyone's best weapon, education. You don't have to have a degree, but you need to be educated. Read a book. Learn something new that you didn't know. Learn how the laws work. Learn how the police force are trained. Learn something. Educate yourself. You don't have to go to a formal school to educate yourself more. You just have to take the time out and put in the effort to learn something different. And if you want to make big change in this world, you have to be educated in some way, shape, or form. Whether it be art, whether it be science, whether it be literature, something. But we cannot continue to go out and hurt our community thinking that that's going to change something. Because it won't. It won't ever. So please, please, think about what you do and how it affects everyone, not just yourself.